Hey, Tej here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for S&P 500. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide multiple scenarios price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on 30-minute time frame, and we can still see all of these divergences that have been forming here on 30-minute time frame. Even we got plenty of divergences on 1 hour time frame. On 4 hour time frame, we can see these on higher time frames as well. But just to give you a few examples you saw there, there are a lot of bullish divergence happening. Now, overall, what we had here was two different counts. One of them was saying that we had this as a WXY. Let's focus on this first, and why I had this already completed at these lows. We've gone through these WXYs so many times, but the overall idea was that we had this as an ABC. You see this micro red or pink count coming down. In here we would have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, ending with an ending contracting diagonal here under the 5th, ending the wave C, ending the higher time frame WXY that we had here at these lows. This would also end the count that we started. Let's zoom out a bit. Started from here, these June lows. In here we would have 3 waves, and now we would be looking for higher. The expectation is that we are getting a 5-way move off of these lows, and that's why I had this wave 1 already in place here, like so. Now this definitely was not pretty at all when this was created, and I'm still a bit doubtful just because the extension levels here. The extensions are telling that okay, this fits way better as a 3-way structure like so, rather than this 5-way that I feel like is almost forced into this count. But that was the expectation here. Since the highs, we were looking for a correction, not to take out these current lows that we had around the $3,613. We had this labeled as a 3-way structure coming down, looking for some kind of a pivot up. We did retrace somewhat, not too much though. Let's take a look. How much did we retrace? Almost to the 0.5, and then another possible 3-way structure. I'm going to be showing you another way of labeling this in just a moment. But yeah, this is the way I had it. Now I added to my longs on here, on these lows, and on these lows. We're still seeing these divergences happening all throughout, and yeah, we're just getting this upwards moment or moving trend line here that is still suggesting that okay, we had a move up, and we indeed did get a move up. At the moment I'm labeling this as an ABC. However, it does not really fit into the idea of this being a wave 1, just because this again should be impulsing off of the lows. Of course, it is possible that this turns into some kind of diagonal, but I'm not quite sure. This definitely fits into an ABC mold the best. We're hitting the 1-to-1. We can see clear 5 ways in here. So yeah, I guess we could see that here as well, into that A. So creating a zigzag pattern, ending at the 1-to-1 extension, having the divergences here is telling me that okay, this is more likely than not some kind of ABC structure rather than the wave 1 or another wave 1 here that we would be expecting. So at the moment I'm still starting to doubt this whole thing a bit more just because of this structure. Sure, we did get that bounce up as we were expecting, but not the way we wanted. So we still had this other option, which is again Dan Dowd's trading on YouTube. You can find him as well there. He had a bit different count here onto this local structure, so not too much different. Instead of the ABC I had here, like so, he had a WXY, and that could be very interesting differentiation between these two, because at that point he had this as an ABC coming down into W, 3 ways into X, and then another ABC into W here. I had to place the C wave here because again the retracement levels for this one would be beyond the 1.618 if we ended it up, down here. So that's why I have it here. And then ABC into X. And now we would be looking for a three-way structure coming down. Now, if we're looking at the higher time frame, we can see that WX 1-to-1 is all the way down here at 34.64. And there is a possibility to label this as a five-way structure coming down as well. And this is the way to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and extended fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure, this is not the prettiest five-way structure. Wave 4 is very, very, very large in here. And for that reason, again, it goes even beyond the 0.5. It's not invalid. We don't get the overlap between 1 and 4 here, but it is very, very large. So it's kind of hard to say what kind of structure this is, to be honest. Neither of the WXY count fits too well in here, just because of this internal structures here for the WXY. I guess we could be saying that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, that doesn't have the best look either for that WXY count. But yeah, it is possible that this is going to be happening, something like this. As this is a WXY, on the wave Y we would be expecting a three-way structure. And if this indeed is a five-way structure, is going to be very short, because I am expecting some kind of dump here. I actually took a short position here just before starting this video, because again, it did look like we are hitting that target that I was mentioning. But in any case, 1-to-1 target would be right around the 0.618 of this larger structure where we started for the WXY here, from here. And yeah, that would be kind of around the 1-to-1 extension. 1.618 hits very well to the 1.382, but again, as you know, that if we have a start with the five ways, three-way pullback, and then getting to the 1.618, then it starts to remind us a bit more of a impulse wave structure coming down. So there is that possibility, of course, that we are just getting a structure like this, but again, this is starting to look like a 1, 2, 3 instead of ABC, because we are extending too far here. Of course, it is possible that we are going to be getting some kind of structure like this coming down, and even getting into these areas over here. But yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Then, of course, we don't need to be labeling this the way we do. But again, I think the $34.60 to $70 area would be best fit for this count. And for the other one, let's take a look at that as well. Well, for this one, we did not hit the 1-to-1 that we were looking for in the 1.382. So this is still needing to go up and invalidate the idea that I have here of shorting. I feel like we are just going to dump down and take out these current lows. But I'm not as bearish as some people are. So one might ask, when do I start getting bearish? Right around here, 1.618 extension. Because we had the possibility of having this as a very ugly five-way structure coming down, then three-way pullback. And if this structure here gets to the 1.618, that generally means that wave 1, 2, 3. And that is a sign that, okay, then I need to be turning bearish. At the moment, we are still within these areas of 1.236 and 1.382. So those are very common still for ABC or WXY structures. If we are going to go beyond here, then it's a different story. But I feel like those are the two options that I'm tracking at this very moment, and playing more of the local structures as it is not that clear for me on the higher time frame. But if you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.